Did you know you can twirl your revolver to ward off hornets? You can use this trick whenever you're being swarmed, just like Ocelot does in his boss fights. Look at those guns twirl. And another trick to get hornets away from you: if you're wearing white, such as the snow camo, they will avoid you entirely. This is because beekeepers wear white, and if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for you. Just make sure not to get it muddy. Hey guys, and welcome to my video of the biggest secrets, details, and Easter eggs for Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Subscribe to the channel and let's do this. Okay, what on earth is this thing? This is a Tsuchinoko, the rarest creature in Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. To get it, head right here on the map and then drop a mousetrap, or maybe 3 or 4 if you've got them in your inventory. This will increase your chances of getting one. Now head inside the warehouse and then head back, and when you return to your mousetraps, you will hopefully have caught a Tsuchinoko. This is a mythological creature from Japanese folklore, and here's what happens when you call your handlers after capturing the Tsuchinoko.
Snake, you caught a Tsuchinoko.
What? Is it true, Snake?
Yeah.
Way to go, my man! You really are the boss's apprentice.
Yes, it looks like sending you in was worth it after all. Hurry up and finish your mission and then bring it back to us. Under no circumstances are you to eat it, is that clear?
When you eat the Tsuchinoko, Snake finds it delicious.
That's damn good.
Now, if you complete a Snake Eater with a Tsuchinoko in your inventory, you will receive the Infinity Face Paint. This face paint provides you with infinite ammo when worn. You can actually shoot exclamation marks to make them disappear. Doing this stops guards being alerted to your presence. Check it out, he has no idea. And if you manage to catch it early, you can stun them as well. So if you shoot the blue exclamation marks before they turn red, you will stun these guards and you can use that time to run away. Throwing a grenade into a Gavial's mouth. There's actually a specific animation for this scenario. As you can see, the Gavial swallows the grenade and explodes. And you can do this with not only explosive grenades, but also stun grenades, smoke grenades, anything thrown that can be exploded. There's a way to bypass doors, and all it takes is a live animal. So if you go up to a door and it doesn't let you go through, that's because you don't have the key card. However, if you drop, let's say, a snake near the door, here's what happens. The door opens to let the snake through. You can also bypass doors by dragging bodies who have the relevant clearance on them, but using animals is more fun. Be careful around doors, they can be kicked right into you. So if you knock on the door while guards are alerted, this is what happens. Ouch, yep, my fault really. But that's not the only trick with doors. If you enter in first person mode, you can use the right stick to peek through the door and have a look on the other side in complete silence. Way better than just bursting through the door and having no clue what's on the other side. So this only works in first person mode. Here's a little trick with a magazine that you might not be aware of. So if you place down a magazine, then put some TNT next to it and blow it up while the guard is, let's just say, focused on the magazine, you get a special moment a bit later on in the game. This moment comes in the Sorrow boss fight. We can see the guard with a magazine. Clearly, he's still having a lot of fun in the afterlife. This seems to be his whole deal now, just walking around obsessed with the literature. Well, let's not forget though, this was before the internet. You can unlock an unexpected moment in the Sorrow boss fight by eating a vulture that's already eaten a human. So if you eat this vulture, while it has human remains in its stomach, quite gruesome, you'll see that same vulture now harassing the same guard in an attempt to go for seconds. Very, very greedy indeed. But if you call paramedic after you've eaten the vulture, she'll kind of warn you that you shouldn't really be eating vulture meat anyway.
I see you've captured a white-rumped vulture. The white-rumped vulture is a type of vulture found in India. Its diet consists mostly of dead animal carcasses. I don't think it'll attack you, but it's a fairly large bird of prey, so you probably won't be able to capture it alive using the tranquilizer gun.
Got it.
But there is something here that's bothering me.
What is it?
They say the white-rumped vulture doesn't just eat animal carcasses. It eats human ones as well.
Is that so?
Yeah. So then if a person eats a white-rumped vulture, does that mean he's eating human meat too? What do you think?
Stop it already. You're gonna make me lose my appetite.
The final special ghost unlocked in the Sorrow is Rykov, and if you shoot Rykov instead of just tranking him, here's how he shows up. Forever doomed to walk in the afterlife awkwardly wearing a thong. I can't help feeling this was a tiny bit my fault, but then again, he is a bit of a monster. If you walk up to him while wearing the scientist outfit, he'll give you a special handshake so vigorously it'll cause you to fly through the air. Rykov is immune to the usual tricks though. If you drop a magazine at his feet, here's what happens. If you enter first person mode after having your eye damaged, you'll see it's slightly darker on the right hand side of the screen. Not only that, but all of the face items are now altered as well. So if you check out the mask or the glasses or the sunglasses, Snake's right eye is now damaged. Press R1 during this cutscene and you'll see Ocelot in the background giving his signature salute. And if you were wondering, yes, this is the actual former president of the United States, Lyndon B. Johnson. Kojima actually used his face, if not really his voice.
You are above even the boss.
Ocelot uses this taunt another time earlier in the game to a very unimpressed Eva. But if you press R1 during the cutscene, you'll see Eva get her own back, mocking Ocelot with his own taunt. If you haven't eaten food for a while, your stomach will rumble. This alerts guards. Now it's time to slink quietly away. The boss has special dialogue when you wear the croc cap.
What's this for?
What you're looking at is a rare snake you can only get in one part of Snake Eater. And there are 3 of these to collect. During the fight with the boss at the end of the game, there's a snake by each of the 3 logs. So try and ignore the boss shooting at you and tranquilize these 3 snakes. Now when you go into the menu, you'll see something that could only have come from the mind of Hideo Kojima himself. These 3 snakes are named Snake Solidus, Snake Liquid and Snake Solid, which are references to characters from the Metal Gear Solid series. And yes, you can eat them and they'll give you excellent stamina recovery. Fun facts about Volgin: did you know he's terrified of frogs, especially of tree frogs? If you capture a tree frog, then throw it at him during the boss fight. Here's what happens. Kuwabara is Japanese for mulberry field and is a superstitious phrase spoken to ward off lightning. It stems from the legend that mulberry trees are not struck by lightning. You can post yourself to different locations using the cardboard box. Here's the place to do it, Groznygrad, and these 2 different cardboard boxes take you to different locations, cardboard box A and box B. All you have to do is get in the truck, put the box on, and you'll be taken to a different location on the back of a truck. This one takes you to the Weapons Lab East Wing, and when you wake up, you'll find you're in the storage room. This is way better than just walking straight in there, risking alerting the entire base. If you use box B, however, you'll end up in a different location, and this is the best one to use to progress further in the game. That's because this box takes you to the main wing of the weapons lab. This is where you have to go near the end of the game to sabotage the Shagohod. Did you know you can pause any time on a ladder to eat a sleeping mushroom? However, this probably is not the best thing to do.
This is really good.
The fall will end Snake's life at the top of a ladder, but it will also have an unexpected effect if you eat the sleeping mushroom 1 foot off the ground.
Not bad.
And wouldn't you know it, there's specific dialogue for this exact mushroom.
I see you found a spatza. Spatza.
Spatza.
Right.
Interesting name. So, paramedic,
What?
what kind of mushroom is a spatza?
You really want to know?
I guess so.
Okay, let's see. The spatza...
Yeah.
It's gray, and it grows on the ground.
Yeah, and?
That's all.
That's all?
That's all the guide says. Okay, so I don't know that much about it. Why don't you eat one and see? It might be pretty tasty.
Eat one and see. What do I look like, a lab rat?
Shh.
What? What did I say?
What if the rats hear you? You'll hurt their feelings.
There's a special scenario if you wear the scientist uniform outside Granny Gorky Lab. If you wear this and get spotted, here's what happens.
Huh? Not so fast. You're not getting away. Get back to work.
The anesthetic-soaked handkerchief can be used to knock out guards, as most people probably know, but did you know you can also use it to knock out yourself? If you knock on Granin's door, he has some special words for you.
Drop that bracket. Quiet. Let me drink it, Pete.
Inside Granin's office is a figure from Zone of the Enders. Zone of the Enders, or Zoe, is another franchise created by Hideo Kojima. Once you've finished your chat with Granin, go back and knock on the door again. He's pretty much had enough of you.
Get out of here. I have nothing more to say to you. Get out of here. I have nothing more to say to you.
If you start the Furies boss fight with a torch equipped, you get a slightly different opening cutscene. Snake actually carries the torch into the boss fight, and there's even a specific moment where he drops the torch to prepare for the Furies' initial attack. When you start the boss fight though, Snake will still be holding the torch. But that's not the only unique cutscene for the Furies boss fight. If you enter with night vision goggles equipped instead of the torch, you get this unique little scene of Snake using the goggles in first person mode. There's a special conversation for when you call your handlers while wearing the cardboard box.
Snake, what are you doing?
I'm in a box.
A cardboard box? Why are you...
I don't know, I was just looking at it, and suddenly I got this irresistible urge to get inside. No, not just an urge. More than that. It was my destiny to be here. In the box.
Destiny?
Yeah, and then when I put it on, I suddenly got this feeling of inner peace. I can't put it into words. I feel safe. Like this is where I was meant to be. Like I'd found the key to true happiness.
Uh-huh.
Does any of that make sense?
Not even a little.
You should come inside the box. Then you'll know what I mean.
Man, I don't want to know what you mean. Between you and paramedic, is everyone but me that is hooked up with a Major Strange? Yeah, well, anyway, I suppose even that dumbass box might make a decent disguise if you wear it inside a building.
If you shoot the goat during Ocelot's fight, he absolutely hates it.
What's that? Show some respect. Son of a bitch!
You can trigger a Wild West showdown. Do this by walking to the edge of the cliff, and Ocelot challenges you to a duel. If you wear this mask that you got earlier, in the fight with Volgan, he drops to his knees.
Is it really you?
Use the opportunity to get a few whacks in. You're only allowed to use this method once though, because after this, he wises up. Also, try calling paramedic during this fight, because here's what she says about the mask.
Snake, what if you put on that mask? You might just be able to shake Volgan up.
Shake him up? Why?
Never mind, just do it.
Another thing you might not know about the boss fight with Volgan, if you have a gun out, it acts as a lightning rod. In other words, all the electricity sent from Volgan will be targeted at your weapon. Not only that, but all the ammo in the gun will explode. Something you can use to even the odds though is Russian glowcap mushrooms. Chuck down a Russian glowcap mushroom or two, and Volgan will send his electricity towards these. You can do this as often as you like and use the window to get in some CQC. Something to make the fight against the Shagohod easier is going into the hangar and taking out the engineers. If you manage to take out all of the engineers, the health bar of this massive vehicle will be depleted. You can also use non-violent means, but I prefer to get the job done with a headshot. This is the reward for taking out Volgan non-lethally. It's the Cold War uniform, and it comes with a very special effect. That is, enemies do not shoot you, apart from if you turn your back on them. From the front, this uniform has a Soviet flag. This means these enemies who are aligned with the Soviets won't dare shoot you. You can walk right up to them, get right in their face and taunt them, and they can't do a thing. However, just make sure to always be facing them, because if you turn your back even for a second, they will shoot you. That's because the back of this uniform has a US flag. You can see the blue colour and the white stars.
Damn it!
And of course, soldiers in this game have no issue with shooting Old Glory. The cutscene in this section changes depending on whether you snuck through non-lethally or took out everyone. First up, if you snuck through non-lethally, Eva helps you out a bit. The next version of this cutscene plays if you took everyone out before heading inside the waterfall. Eva has a slightly different introduction. Speaking of modified cutscenes, here is the wild scene that plays if you fail to take out the transmitter following the Volgan torture scene. And this is pretty insane, I do warn you.
When did it get like that?
Hold still. Let me do it.
You know, I've been trained to do this kind of thing myself.
Just relax and let me handle it.
Okay.
I can't believe how small it is.
Yeah, but but it gets the job done.
Really? Here, lift up your hips.
Like this?
Yeah. How's that?
You're pretty good at that.
Yeah, everybody tells me that. Hold steady, I'm not done yet. There, a transmitter.
Is that how they do it in the KGB?
Sometimes. Would you rather I did it American style?
But how'd you know there was a transmitter lodged there? That's some female intuition you've got.
While you're being tortured by Volgin, he will comment on the state of your injuries. And whatever condition you've kept Snake in changes what he'll say. If you're moderately injured, this is what he says.
But first, let's take a look at your body, shall we? You've certainly seen your share of battles. Consider yourself lucky.
If you're relatively unharmed, Volgin will compare you to a newborn baby. If, on the other hand, you have loads of injuries, Volgin will compliment Snake's extreme toughness and resilience. If you wear the cardboard box during a firefight, it degrades in real time, and it really does get ripped apart. You can use your weapons to take out light sources, which then change the level, plunging it into darkness. There is just one thing missing from this detail though, and that's the camouflage. So if you go into the menu and deck your face in black camo, and also wear the black camouflage uniform, your camouflage index does not go up. So in the game world, shooting out lights and walking around in darkness doesn't help at all. Snake will reference two classic stealth characters during the Snake vs. Monkey minigame when he talks to the Colonel.
Snake, we need you. If you don't do this, who will?
It's not like someone else couldn't handle a stealth mission. Why don't you make Sam or Gabe do the job?
Sam is a reference to Sam Fisher, the protagonist of the Splinter Cell games, which I personally love, while Gabe is the protagonist of the Siphon Filter games. Now, I want to bust one of the biggest urban myths about Snake Eater, and that is this. If you shoot Ocelot in one of his limbs, then he'll be wearing bandages the next time you see him. So I thought I'll give this a go, and this is the first time you encounter Ocelot. So after the cutscene plays, go up to Ocelot, whip out a non-lethal firearm, and then shoot him in the arm. And what the hell, I'll shoot him in the second arm, just to make sure. Now, according to the urban myth, the next time we see him, which is the boss battle, he should be wearing bandages on his arms. However, after testing, this is clearly not the case.
Looks like the boss's info was right.
So consider this myth busted. There is one secret little detail with Ocelot's body though, and that is this. If you pick it up and shake it around, an item drops out. This item is the mousetrap. Why does he drop a mousetrap? I believe that this is a bit of foreshadowing by Kojima or one of the designers to give you a hint that Ocelot is the rat. And if that is indeed the case, that is a pretty ingenious touch. Did you know in Snake Eater, if you don't wear much clothing, Snake will catch a cold? At least that is according to one of the biggest urban myths in the game. So let's put this to the test. Can you catch a cold in Snake Eater? First, I start by going to the chilliest region in the game, which is in the mountains, and waiting. This doesn't work, so I remove my clothes. This is the naked uniform, and this is the least amount of clothes you can wear. After waiting around 20 minutes though, Snake is no closer to catching a cold. So let's try something else. Let's try getting Snake damp. What's the dampest area in the game? It is the swamp. Laying down in the swamp for 20 minutes though still does not work. I still don't have a cold. So I try one last thing, which is depleting all of my stamina. These leeches definitely help with that, and so does just aimlessly walking around. Once my stamina hits 0, it's time to lie down in the swamp. Again, I wait here for 20 minutes, presumably breathing through the back of my head, and also just wading water. And neither of these actions cause Snake to get sick. So I'm going to throw this out to you guys. Have you managed to get Snake sick? If you have, let me know down in the comments exactly how you did it, or feel free to give me some different tips of how we can get Snake down with the sickness. Thank you so much for watching. That's going to do it for this video, but if you enjoyed it, do subscribe to the channel and I'll see you next time.